Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Day 4. Can't wait to chat with you today. Everyone hear me okay? We just wave like that, especially if you're on my Zoom VIP. If you can hear me okay, great. So today we're going to be tying it all together and talking about next steps and how to keep it going, all those things. Just a few quick housekeeping notes beforehand. If you are new in the workshop, like meaning you are just watching this video for the first time, I'm actually going to suggest, I don't usually do this, but that I don't know that you need to be on this one if you haven't watched the other ones, because the other ones are so important first, or this one won't make a lot of sense. So you're welcome to stay on, but just know these really go in order. We went heavy on the teaching day 1, day 2, day 3. So I'm going to highly suggest watching those in order. The best you can, completing the worksheets with them, and then this one. Now, if you have not watched all the workshop videos, if you're behind any of that, they are going to be up at least through Sunday, these videos, at least through Sunday. So you have until Sunday to watch them all, but then we are going to take them down. We meant it to be time sensitive, private for you all. So that's when you have to watch them. And see everything in here. We may decide to keep them up longer, but I know for sure they might go down on Sunday. Next thing, if you have any questions that we've missed, make sure you're tagging in the group if you're a VIP, letting us know here. As always, after this call, I'll also stay on with VIP as long as we need to answer any question. So if you're not in VIP yet and you want to be part of that, feel free to upgrade at any time so you can stay on after and chat with us. And then finally, everything that you have learned the last few days, it's not meant to hear it once and then you're done. So remember that. I know it was a lot of information fast. It was not meant to hear it once and it's gone. So if you're in VIP, you actually get to keep these videos. So you'll be able to go back through them at any time. Another reason you might want to consider upgrading if you haven't already, because you get to keep all of the training videos. Also, if you end up in Total Body Thrive, which I hope many of you do, the videos will be live in there as well in the bonus section. So you'll always be able to access that and all the other amazing content in Total Body Thrive. Okay, so just a quick recap, because I don't want to spend too much time on what we've done. But when we look at transformation, in our bodies for health, for fitness, for how we look, all of it, to change that, there's 3 pillars that are really critical. Number 1 is your state. And I call that changing your state, that mindset piece. And many of you started to have shifts after day 1. I saw the light bulb moments as we started to uncover the importance of making a decision, pointing your focus in that area, changing your thoughts, actions, and habits to start matching that new focus. The power of a vision, of really being clear on your vision. What do I want and why? And then recognizing also those false assumed truths, that fat that can creep up. Because after this workshop today, after this week, it's easy for those to crop back up. So always thinking, how do I start to identify them? How do I hold myself accountable? How do I surround myself with people that are going to help keep me focused on what's possible versus my current circumstances? Super important. After that, we dove into nutrition, and only after the mindset is in place can we look at nutrition and workouts. And we talked about with nutrition, the importance of unprocessing your diet, eating healthy foods that once grew, looking at how can I add in so much of the good that I make less room for the not so good. How do I do that? And what are the things that are keeping me off track, like sugars, maybe possibly grains and dairy, if we're sensitive to that or experiencing pain and inflammation, and also artificial sweeteners. We also covered the importance of hydration. So some basics on nutrition there that seem basic, but as we were talking, I saw a lot of light bulb moments around those things. And then looking at movement, thinking, am I making this too hard on myself? The goal is just to move through the pain cycle, get it going, and then work up into, can I progress here? Can I be more intense here? So you all had a nice summary of it all. What's important is to make sure that stuff gets ingrained in you first. And that's why hopefully you've paid full attention, taken great notes, and you come back to this. And you think of a next step for you, like, how will I stay committed to this? Because this week, this workshop, and me today are meant to be an interruption for you. And I'm going to tell you a story that I haven't shared with you all as a group yet, but this is the real why behind the why behind the why of why I think I even got into health, fitness, fat loss, why I even care. Why do I even care? So I want to just talk to you about my dad for a minute. This was my dad. That's my mom too, by the way. Let's move this light so you can see. That was my dad. He is 49 here. Okay. We look kind of alike, right? That was my dad. My dad was my world. I had amazing parents. I loved my dad. My dad was my go-to for everything. I'm close with my mom, but not like I was with my dad. I would call my dad for everything, anything. He knew every detail about my life. I would ask my dad for permission for anything. Whatever my dad said, it could have been the most wackadoodle made up thing, and I would have believed it. I just love my dad. And so every one of you has somebody in your life that you feel that way about, but my dad was literally my world. And from a time I was a little girl on, and I just looked up to him so much, everything about my dad. And when I started getting interested in taking care of myself, workouts, I remember I used to do like Jane Fonda workout tapes. Remember those years ago? I used to do those and my leg warmers and all the things. When I was super into all of that, I would ask my dad to go to the gym with me, and he never wanted to go. He's like, I don't want to work out. I don't want to do it. And I used to beg him, like, please work out with me. I want to keep you healthy because I want you to be around forever. He had no interest in working out with me. Now, my dad didn't drink. He didn't smoke. He's not overweight. I mean, he had a little bit of a belly. You can see it kind of, but he wasn't overweight. No, not a drinker, not a smoker. But he didn't eat well either. So not only did he not work out, but he didn't eat well. In fact, I remember on Thanksgiving one year, him and my mom getting in a fight because my dad was carving the turkey and he was eating the turkey skin, like the greasy, fatty turkey skin. He was like eating it. And I said, Dad, this is back in if you think back to years ago, we thought like fat was the worst thing for you, right? So we didn't know. But I was like, everything was low fat and fat free. Remember those times? But I was like, Dad, you can't eat that. It's all fat. It's so bad for you. And my mom was like, please don't eat that. It's so bad for you. And my dad was like laughing and eating it. And I remember us like all running around, chasing him in the kitchen, like laughing about this turkey skin he was eating. And we were having fun that day, but it's very serious because let me tell you, my dad dropped dead of a heart attack right before his 50th birthday. Dropped dead of a heart attack. Now, his heart attack was not from drinking. It wasn't from smoking. It was from having clogged arteries and having a lot of stress in his life and not taking care of his health. That's what it was from. So my whole life changed on that day. I was 22 years old. My sister was 12. My brother was 20. My mom was 48. She became a widow right then. It was devastating. My mom was a stay-home mom. She didn't know anything about taking care of us financially. It rocked our whole family. It was devastating. And I think about that now, and my dad's not here he's never met his grandkids. None of them. He doesn't know my daughter. He doesn't know my brother's kids, my sister's kids. He never saw me grow up, become an adult. He never saw me he never saw me do anything. He knows me as a kid still. And I think about that all the time because I tried to be an interruption for my dad. So did my mom, and we failed at it. And I know what some of you might be thinking, like, okay, well, that's not your fault. You tried, but I want to tell you, I want to be an interruption for you because what was on the other side of that is, if you really look at it, my dad being gone, it's sad for him, but who is it more sad for? It's sad for all the people he left behind. He devastated our whole family. He devastated his friends, his business colleagues, everyone. My kid doesn't know her grandfather. So when you don't take care of your health, it's not just you're hurting. Who else are you leaving behind? Who else are you hurting? He was 49 years old. I'm 49 years old. Most of you are in your 40s, 50s, beyond. We don't know how much longer we have, but my gosh, do you want your death to be because you didn't take care of yourself? Because you didn't make a decision to change? I'm asking you seriously, and I mean, write in the comments if you want to know, but do you want that to be what causes your demise? Because that's very real. Now, there's a lot of diseases that we don't have control over, and I get that. There's a lot of one-off cases that we have no control over, but I'll tell you, almost every disease out there can be prevented. Almost every disease. I didn't say all. Almost every can be prevented or lessened with how we're taking care of ourselves, how we eat, how we move our bodies, what we're thinking about, the stress level. Almost all of them can be prevented. So I want to ask you, how committed are you to changing this? How committed are you to changing this? This is critical. Okay, I see Amy 100%. I love it. Yes, 100%. Very committed. Yes. Patsy, 100%. Good. Lynette, 100%. Awesome. I don't want you to leave your kids, your future grandkids behind. Now, I know my dad's with me somewhere, but it's not the same. It's not the same. I'm almost 50 and I haven't seen my dad in almost 30 years. I don't want you to be that person. Okay, we have some work to do today because I've got to help you move past this and make this part of your life. So you have a new worksheet. Hopefully you have it in front of you. If you don't, I want you to grab a piece of paper. Okay. And I want you to start writing. The first question I have is revisiting the mirror. And I want you to take some time. The very first day of this workshop, I asked you to look in the mirror and say, where am I now? And I'm going to play some music for you just to help give you some time to do this. But I want you to write down, where are you right now? What are you not willing to tolerate anymore? Where are you right now? Go ahead and write. I want you to add on to that. So where you are right now doesn't have to be who you stay, but what's the cost of you not fixing this? What is this creating? What is not working in your life by not fixing this? What is the cost? Lost opportunity, lost new connections, lost promotions at work, loss of taking risk, loss of what? And then also the financial stuff it's costing you, doctor's bills, medications, time. I want you to write that down. The next thing I want you to look at, what will my life look like next year if I do not fix this? What will happen? What will my life look like next year if I don't fix this?
If you're not brave enough to call, if you can't find the words to say I'm broken, if you can't stand to face the fall with your shaking hands, your wounds wide open, I won't desert you. We can't pass the time, counting the seconds. Let it go by, let it go by, let it go by, let it go by.
And I want you to continue on. The next question is 5 or 10 years. Take it further. What happens if you don't fix this in 5 years, in 10 years? Will you still be here? Will your diagnosis progress? Who won't be in your life anymore if this continues? How will you feel about yourself if this continues? Write it down.
Reach the other side. When it's heavy on your chest, you can't find the words to say I'm sorry. I will wait the time it takes till hurt start to fade. Let it go by, 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 let it go by.
My next question for you is, what's the gap between where you want to be, that vision we talked about on day one that we were so excited about? What's the gap between where you want to be and what is reality right now? What's the gap? Write it down. What is missing? What needs to change there?
You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail, and there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand, and I will call upon your name. And keep my eyes above the waves.
My next question for you is, doing this on your own so far has not worked. You've been given tools on your own. I know that you all have. This isn't your first workshop, the first time listening to things. Doing it on your own hasn't worked. What has to change this time? Write it down. Okay. I would love to just take a quick share. I have a few guests that are going to be joining us today, but I'd love to take a quick share of what came up for you during that process of reflecting. Who in my VIP is open to sharing a little bit? Just raise your hand if you are. Let's see, I think I saw one. Go ahead and raise your hand again so I keep it up so I can see I'm scrolling. Sorry. Lori, what came up for you? Go ahead, Lori. Go ahead and unmute. Whoops, you're still muted. You have to unmute. Sorry, Lori. Go ahead and unmute. There you are. Okay. Hi.
Where do you want to go, right to the start or the end?
Well, just in general, what came up with you during that process? Any way that you want to?
Okay, where I'm right now, I'm frustrated. I'm sad. I'm out of shape. I have low self-esteem, depression. I can isolate very well. And because I don't feel good about myself. And
what will happen if this continues? What did you see that with that? What would happen if we kept going?
Oh, depression.
Okay.
And you know, I already have health issues.
Yeah.
Some are hereditary, like high blood pressure, but that's going to contribute to it, and that's not good.
Yeah.
My back's not going to get any better if I don't exercise. You know, I have major deals there. I've got to get the mindset and the routine and the commitment.
Yeah.
In order.
What are you committed to moving forward?
I'm committed to making myself a happy, healthier person because I want it for me. Because when I walk outside, I don't want people to go, "Oh, you've gained weight."
Yeah.
It's all in your face. And oh my gosh, you can't wear those pants anymore.
Yes.
Seriously.
Thank you.
I can't.
Thank you for sharing that, Lori. Thank you. I want to take one more share. Lynette, are you open to sharing right there? Thank you, Lori. Go ahead and unmute Lynette.
Okay, so that one big thing that had come up for me is that being here for my daughters to become the best role model, and then also for my family. It's one of those things where like my mom and dad are not in the best health, and you know they've also had the most, you know, like excuses after excuse, and it's like finally realizing that enough with the excuses. It's just I need to do this number one for myself and not make anybody, whatever anybody else's opinion is. It's just for me. And and like even some friends are like, "Oh God, you're so healthy," and it's like that's a bad thing. Like it's almost like they try to make you feel guilty for not wanting to eat bad, like, you know, like them, or, you know, you're making better choices, and they like almost make fun of you because it's not what they're doing, and they feel guilty about what they're doing. So they want you to do
Yeah.
what they're doing. So,
Yeah. So Lynette, what are you committed to moving forward?
not letting people decide what I'm going to do for myself.
Yeah.
And, you know, when somebody does say something about, you know, oh, you just eat so healthy, I'm gonna
Yes.
say, yes, I do. I want
Yes.
to feel good. I am, this is great.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Make me feel bad for making fun of me.
Yeah, exactly. I love it, Lynette. That's great. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. So everyone, here's what I want you to know. The last few days, I taught you a lot of information. I know we did a lot really quick in 3 days, and there's a lot more information that I could teach you, that I would love to teach you. This is what I want you to hear. Doing it on your own, if it hasn't worked so far, what's going to make you continue to make this work? What's going to make it you continue? Because I'm giving you a lifeline when I offer Total Body Thrive Live for you for those 8 weeks together. And I want you to hear that this could be your massive interruption. Because trust me, you can go do all this on your own, and somebody might, and I think it's amazing. You could take everything I've taught in the last few days and do it on your own. But I want you to have a really hard reality check with yourself right now and ask yourself, will you? Because if you are worried about falling off track, not having the accountability, not having the support, going back to old ways, not seeing this, not having people take a stand for you, this is a lifeline for you. This is a lifeline for you. Now, it doesn't affect me one way or another, whether I have 100 people in Total Body Thrive, if I have 300 people in Total Body Thrive. It really doesn't. I want what's best for you. But it's a lifeline for you. And I give it my all, so does my team when you're with us in that. So this is an opportunity for you to draw a line in the sand and say, I'm done. I'm done making excuses. I'm done putting myself last. I'm done saying I'm going to start and fail and try and stop and commit and not. This is an opportunity to draw a line in the sand and say, I'm in. And I can guarantee you this. When you do decide that for yourself, failure is not an option. It's not an option because you've got 8 weeks with me and my team, and this gets ingrained in you. And you get an entire support system there to help you. It's not a PDF that you download and you forget it. This is your lifeline, and this is help for you. This is help for you. Okay. I've got a few guests joining me in just a moment, but I do want to take another share. A few of you had your hands up. If you wanted to share what came up for you during that session just now that we went through. See, 12055. I love it. I'm going to keep calling you that. Go ahead. Go ahead and unmute. Hi.
Thank you, Natalie.
Yeah.
You know that a few weeks ago, I just realized that I just felt that I'm not like moving on or like progressing. I felt that I stuck, and when I feel like that, I felt that I was just like how to say, instead of progressing, I was walking back. I don't know how to say, like backwards.
Yeah.
You know, so I just started to cry, and I just said, I don't know what to do right now. I could lost 40 pounds, but I need something else. And when you just started this, I said, no, I think this is what I need exactly, and I wrote something, and someone from your team just told me, you go for the next step. It is like the aha moment. It's true. I need someone to guide me to maybe till now. I know what to do, but just till this point, I need to keep going, to keep progressing. So last night when I shared with my husband about the 8 weeks, he just said, no hesitation.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it. So I'm so happy because in this moment, I need you. I need the team. I need my partners.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love it. I'm so proud of you. Great decision.
right
Yes.
away. Yeah.
Yes. And by the way,
So-
like I've said the last few days, and I'm going to say it again, make the decision from the results. So if you know you're going to have those results, make the decision from that place, because what's that worth to you? You know, when I ask people, if you could think of yourself at your goal weight, at your best health, having your confidence back, what is that worth to you? And I guarantee it's a lot more than the enrollment for Total Body Thrive. I guarantee it's a lot more than that.
Yes, yes, and thank you so much. And I'm thinking about my boy. I'm 48, and I have a boy 8 years. So I'm just thinking I need to be healthy, because when he will be a teenager, I will be almost 60. So
Yeah.
I need to be healthy for him.
Yes, you do.
Mhm.
And you're going to be. Now you are going to be. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yay. Well, thank you for sharing. I can't wait to have you in this. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I have got a special guest. Let's see, Allison Bird, are you there? Are you on? Let's find her. And if my team can help me pin her when she is actually on. Oh, I think I see her. Allison, can you hear me okay? I do not see her yet. I see her name, but I'm not seeing her video yet, so I might need a second there. Let me take a share while we're waiting to get her. Leon, if you all can help navigate getting Allison on, I will take one more share and then we'll pull her up. Sherry, hi Sherry. Go ahead and unmute.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I know yesterday someone mentioned that the part of being accountable, or, you know, and I'm one of these, I get really excited and gung ho and on board, and I'm good for a week or two, and then I just like fall off the horse.
Yeah.
You know, and I think part of me, I'm afraid of that. And the other part of what I wanted to share with you guys is that for like 4 years, my dad was sick, and I went every day and helped my mother with him. My daughter just left for college. My husband was still working, and I'd get up, I'd go to the gym, work out, go, you know, help her all day with him, get home, and I have dinner on the table for my husband. And, you know, and it's just like I did that for 4 years, and then
Yeah.
my father passed,
Oh.
you know, and then I got a new grandbaby, and
Oh
my
my gosh.
husband retired, and it's like I feel like my whole life just went like a total whirlwind change, and I don't like him being at home in my space.
Yeah. So
You know, I'm like, it's just been a big change, and of course I've enjoyed the granddaughter, and I had her all day today, but even during all that time, I know I was not eating right.
so what are you committed? What are you committed to moving forward?
I'm committed to change. I'm committed to try to eat properly and
Okay.
eat right, because I eat, I don't know, these Lance crackers, you know, pack of nabs. That's what I eat until dinner time. I
So
don't
Sherry, are you committed to not being those circumstances and to making that change?
I am.
All right. That's what I wanted to hear.
I'll
Amazing.
admit.
Thank you.
I'll admit, I've just got
Thank
to get
you.
him to allow me
You
to.
can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
I can
Thank
do
you.
it.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. Let's see. I don't see Allison yet, so I don't know if we're having a something going on. So Tracy, let me go ahead and take you. Tracy. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Tell me.
So where I'm at now, I just in the past year was diagnosed with high blood pressure. It's borderline, so I'm on a very low dose of blood pressure medicine, but I'm just not willing to tolerate the excuses anymore that I make all the time, although they're very real. There's always a way to work around it. So, and I'm really thinking if I can really wrap in my support system, which I think this Thrive would be great, because that would be a support system.
Yes. Yes.
That would be huge. But I think that's something that's really going to help propel me
Yes.
to what I need to do.
And so you're in?
I'm hoping so. I just threw a question. I'm waiting to hear back because of the splitting the payment makes it very affordable.
Yes.
but it looked like it increased $100 if you split the payment.
No, Lisa, Liana, can you reach out to Tracy direct or somebody from my team? Okay, so they're going to message with you, Tracy, and help you with
perfect.
that. Okay.
Okay,
Awesome.
thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. Melissa, yes, what came up for you? Go ahead and unmute.
I'm no longer starting tomorrow.
Whoops.
Oh,
You know
I
what?
just did. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, Natalie, sorry
Yep.
to interrupt. Since she's having some technical
Okay.
difficulties, we could maybe
I'm
call
no-
Allison. She's here.
Hang on a second. Melissa, yes, I can't. Melissa, I'm having some issues hearing you right now, so I'm going to circle back to you, and I'm going to pull Allison on right now, okay?
Okay.
Allison, are
Okay.
you there? Let's see. Liana's pulling her up, I believe. Do we have her here? Liana, I don't see her, so I need your
Allison, I
help there.
think you might be muted.
Allison, you might be muted. It's not showing up. I don't see her. Is she on video or in phone, Liana?
She's on video and I put her in the spotlight.
Okay, I don't see her at all. There she is. I see her, but I don't hear her. Yeah, we don't hear you at all, Allison. Oh no. Yeah, we don't hear her at all. Can't hear her at all. Technical difficulties. Let's see. I don't know if she's trying back. I don't hear her. Let's see. All right, we will try this again. Okay, who is? I'm gonna have to come back to her, Liana, because I don't know what's happening with that, and I don't know. It's not working there. Okay. All right. If you can just tell Allison thank you, but we're not able to connect with her there. I would like to I'm going to go ahead and pull a panel up, and we might come back to Allison if that works out. Lisa, can I bring you up? Lisa Mate? And Dawn, could you pull up what's that? Hi, Lisa.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good. Lisa, I would love for you, if you're open to it, to share a little bit. They've all been through the workshop this week, and a lot of them are thinking through how they're going to make this a lifestyle, how they're going to incorporate this into their life to continue on. Could you walk them through a little bit of your experience, like where you were when I met you, when you started your journey, and what had to change and where you are now?
Ooh, okay. That's been a long time. I first came upon Natalie, I want to say it was about 4 years ago, for a 30-day challenge. It was in October, November of that year, and I was just ready. I was just ready for change in my life. I was pre-menopause and just going through all the life change stuff and not able to lose weight, and I wasn't eating healthy. And even though I had a tendency to try to make the right choices, stress would take over, and then I'd go for the candy and all that stuff. So that's where I kind of started out with Natalie. And when I took that 30-day challenge, it wasn't enough. Like, I was just like, this isn't enough. I need more.
Yeah.
I need more coaching. I need more information. So from there, we've done FBR together, and most recently Thrive a few months ago.
Can you speak into what's Thrive changed for you? Because there's a lot of women listening right now, and they had a lot of information come at them this week, so they're all thinking, and they're deciding, is this something that's for me? Can I take this to the next level? Can I do this?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Like they were talking about before with mindset. When you decide that you want to make a change and you're really, really ready to do that, the world is at your feet with this program. When I went into Thrive, again, I was struggling with a different situation. I was in full menopause. I felt my thyroid was just totally messed up, and for years we've been messing with medications, and I could not lose weight. and I was eating healthy and exercising and doing everything right. Through the program, I came to find out that I had a whole lot of other things going on with other hormones, and there was just a whole cavalcade of stuff going on. However, through the course of Thrive, I continued. I didn't get discouraged by the scale not moving. I continued to eat healthy. I continued to get in my exercise. And the scale didn't move, but Natalie has my before and after pictures, and it's an amazing difference. You know, if you don't take your measurements and you don't take photos, you're hurting yourself.
That's her. This is her now. So big difference there. Lisa, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I might come back and ask you a couple questions there. Diana, can I bring you on for a minute? Hi,
Of
Diana.
course.
This is Diana, another amazing person that we have worked with. And Diana, there's a lot of women on here, they're scared. You know, they're ready to make a change. They don't know what's next. They don't know me that well. They're like, what do I do? Can you speak into just what you've been through and maybe give them some encouragement on why Thrive might make sense for them?
Yeah. So when I decided to do total, I've listened to Natalie forever on podcast. She has a great podcast. So if you have not subscribed to that, I highly recommend it. But I've been following her, and I had never really participated in any of her programs until Total Body Thrive. It was my very first program in general ever. And when she announced that she was going to do this program, I knew I needed to invest in myself. I knew I was in a place, I was hit really hard with COVID. Before I knew it, I was drinking every day. I was very unhealthy. I was depressed. I knew something needed to change. So when this program came out, I was so excited and so gung-ho, and I was ready to make that change. So I see lots of people really interested in making the decision. You won't regret it. But it does disrupt your life. So
Yes, I never said it wouldn't. I
Yeah,
never said it wouldn't. I said I'm a
it's such
massive
good
interruption.
disruption though. Like if you are looking to really make a change in your life, I would say stay with that. The disruption is consistent. Stay consistent with the disruption, because you will find yourself on the other side, like I did, a completely different person, because my entire life now revolved around something different than coming home at night, drinking, whatever. By the end, I had a morning routine. Every morning I got up at 5 a.m. without fail. I did my journals. That for an hour I worked on that. Then I got up and worked out, and I invested in myself, because there's so much homework, you have to get it done. You have to make that time.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to waste that money. That was an investment.
Yes.
In myself. So,
But before she scares you, it's not like homework, like school homework. This is homework to help you level up.
Self-work.
Yes.
Yeah, it's such good stuff. I learned I think that's one of the biggest things, is I learned so much about myself that I was so unconscious about. The decisions that I was making, the mindset that I was in. It's so disruptive. And what I really loved about it was every week you show up at that call, and the women that you're surrounded with are there to help you and support you, and other people going through the same thing that you're going through. It's just such good stuff. And Natalie always had a great topic, and we always had that really support from each other. I don't know. It was life-changing. I can't imagine my life without it now.
Thank you so much, Diana. Thank you. By the way, I didn't pay any of these women to come up and say these things. But I did want you to hear from other people other than me saying this. Allison, if you're in the crowd, I want to bring you up to the panel right now. If you we can't do that if your video's off, but if you're in there, I'm going to go ahead and bring you up to the panel, Allison, because I do want to bring you on as well. But my team is saying they can't click on you without your video on right there. Landa. Oh, there she is. Wait, sorry, Landa. I'm going to pause. Now that if I actually have her live right now, can we hear you yet? Let's try to talk. Allison, speak. Let's see if we hear you. Oh my gosh, it's freezing again. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on there. Speak, Allison. See if I can hear you. Nope. We can't hear you. Can't hear you. She's trying. You get an A for effort. I was going to have Allison tell you her journey, because this is craziness. And I wanted you to hear it from her own words. If we can get her to speak, I'm going to have you have her share, but it sounds like her volume's not working for some reason. Landa, sorry, back to you. Right. Landa, can you share? Because we've been on quite a journey together.
Yes.
Yes.
So where I was I was very big, almost 200 pounds, probably 10 pounds away from 200 pounds at the time. I'm 5'3.5", so I'm kind of short. I was very heavy, depressed. I felt lost. There's no life in me. There's a lot of self-hatred, but I don't say it. There's nothing to look forward to. I'd hid from all the social gatherings, hid in my baggy clothes. I skipped out on being in photos. I'm always a photo taker, so I don't have to be in photos. I made other people the problem versus looking in at me and changing me. And so, and people call me a foodie back then because I ate all sorts of foods and I love going out and I hated veggies. I really did. And the thought of joining a program like this, I thought it's not going to work for me. That's my fear. And I fear missing out because I had a group of friends that we always went out to eat and stuff like that. So just thinking about, am I going to like the rabbit foods and all that stuff? So a lot of self-doubt, but eventually I'm just so tired and so depressed that, I'm just like, what, I'm going to take a leap and I'm going to invest in myself and join the program. And so I decided that I'm tired of being in the state where I am. So I committed in trusting the process and not hold back. I stayed active and asking questions in the group. I got help not only from Natalie and Leanna, but I got help from alumni like my accountability buddy, Lisa May, who you just heard earlier. And I celebrated all the little wins and the big wins. Yeah. And I really trusted the process, even if I felt like there was no improvement, but there is improvement. And I had to be patient. And because it took me a while to get to where I was, then it's going to take me a little bit of time invested and be consistent to get to where I want to be. But honestly, at the time I joined what was called Full Body Reset. It was a 6-week program. And I honestly didn't think in 6 weeks, I'm going to have that much of a change. What the change was huge for me was the mindset piece, in which others have mentioned.
Full Body Reset was the program before we called it Total Body Thrive. We made it longer with Total Body Thrive, for those of you wondering.
Yeah, and the mindset piece was huge, and just not only helped me to make the change physically, but the mental part changed my entire life. It opened up my life. You have no idea. And I did that
love
for everybody else.
Journey. Yes, I love your whole journey, Landa. I love it. I might bring you back on in a minute, Landa. I'm going to, Allison, this is our 3rd time's a charm, Allison. So we're going to try again with your audio. Are you there?
Okay,
mic check. Oh my gosh. Hallelujah. Yes. Okay. This is one of my favorite people in the world, Allison Bird. Whole crazy story how we met. But Allison, tell these amazing people that have been on the workshop all week. This is when I met you, which is just crazy. You're like a whole different person here.
I know. Oh my gosh. Where do I start?
Just anything you can share with a 411 on what it's the process that we went through together, the method, anything, and where you were before.
Well, I think that I was like a lot of people, and I'm definitely not going to impose my thought or that anyone that is struggling with either weight or an idea around your body image, an autoimmune disease. Like, I'm not going to say that we all feel a certain way, but I can tell you that I felt like I had decided. I felt like every time I joined a program, I felt like I decided. I felt like when you told me, well, the first thing is to make a decision, I thought, I got that on lock. I'm good at deciding. I don't want to be 300 pounds anymore. So clearly that makes sense. But that wasn't enough. It was the second part where you said vision. And what I recognized was I had no vision for what I would eventually become, because I didn't trust that my decision would last. So my vision was feeble, because I thought, well, every time I make a decision, I fail myself. I dishonor myself. I don't, take care of myself, because it would be like, well, yeah, I'm going to have, I think the woman before said rabbit food. She was scared of rabbit food. So I'd go, okay, well, I'm going to have my salad or my fruit and my lean protein. Well, then it makes sense that I could have my Cheez-Its or my Diet Coke or my cupcake when I go out. But when you hold a vision for what you're going to become and how you're going to feel and the energy that you're going to thrive in, then all of a sudden those ancillary choices, they don't hold power over you. So I would go to a party and go, well, I have to have wine because everybody's having wine and I don't want to make others uncomfortable, and I don't want to draw attention to the fact that I was already big. And now I'm like, oh, I'm monitoring my weight. Like, I felt, Natalie, so many things. Number one, about what other people thought about me. I kept it in the forefront of my head. It impacted my ability to hold a vision for myself. I never communicated the vision because I felt like I did not honor my own word to myself and for the greatness that was available for me in my relationship to my body and my health. And I felt exhausted with making decisions over and over and over again that quote unquote didn't work. But the truth of the matter was I didn't work it, and I didn't know how to ask for help to work it. The great thing about Total Body Thrive is you don't need help. It's so encompassing. Like, in it, everything is so spelled out for you. It's like the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s of releasing weight and transforming your relationship with food and with health. And it's so simple. And I know we probably all sound like we drank the Kool-Aid, but it's because we were all at a place where we thought, can I make one more decision and can it help me? Because if it can't, I'm going to break. If it can't, I'm going to give up. If it can't, I'm just going to rest with this sense of failure. And I hate that I feel that way. I hate that I identify that way. But every woman on here knows when you are wanting to make a decision for yourself and you're just screaming all kind of expletives in your head, like, can I please save myself? And so I'm forever grateful to Total Body Thrive because it helped me make a stand for myself.
Yes.
That I have yet to be able to make on a consistent basis. And I live it as a daily process. Now I'm 75 pounds lighter.
I mean,
and
look at her. So incredible.
And it's all about what do I have more of. So if you look in my fridge right now, you're going to see raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, all in glass containers across. You're going to see all of my peeled citrus already laid out. And guess what? If you look in my cupboard, you're going to see a stack of Pringles. Why? Because what Natalie says all the time is do more of what's right for your body and less of what doesn't feel good. And so when I want a little gluten or something, I'll go in there and I'll count me out just a few things, a few Pringles or something. I don't keep myself away from anything that I want. I just do more of what gives me great energy, great mental clarity, great focus. And, the biggest thing, and you took a video of me walking, my inflammation was so big in my legs that my ankle flexibility, my ankles couldn't even move. So my ankles were just stiff like this, which meant my Achilles was tight, which meant my calf was tight, which meant my knees were starting to hurt, and my sciatica was being triggered. And we often think, oh, I'm over 40. I just turned 44 on Monday. So we think, oh, I'm over 40. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's not the way it's supposed to be. A year later, my body feels nothing like that. A year later, I can wear shoes with ankle straps. I can wear 4-inch heels and I feel really good. And I can lay down in my bed and actually get up and not get up in 3 parts. Like part 1, 2 feet down, part 2, get my hips up, part 3, get my back up, Gosh. So I could say a million things. I'm going to throw it back over to you, but I would say to any woman And I did the calculations because I looked at how much I spend on healthcare when nothing is wrong. When nothing is wrong, I spend just $6,000 a year on average in preventative healthcare. When something is wrong, I went back to those years, and on average, we added another $10,000 to $25,000 in additional monies that I had to put out for healthcare based on the fact that I was not my healthiest version of myself. And so I don't even know the cost of Total Body Thrive today, but I can say it's not $25,000. I can say it's not $6,000. And I can say it's not the cost of the joy and the exuberance that I feel to be able to get on roller coasters with my niece, to be able to go skating with my nephews, and to be able to be held by my man, not to feel skinny, but to feel in my body. Nothing about me is skinny. I'm 215 pounds. And so I'm not skinny, but I just feel good and strong and able-bodied. And that is priceless.
Yes. And you look incredible. Like, incredible. So happy. Yay. Thanks for sharing, Allison. I was really wanted you to talk because I knew you were going to resonate so much. Thank you. And I know you have to go in a second. So I thank you so much for taking the time.
I do want to say that I started out as a size 22, 24. And today I'm a 22, 24 women's. And then I went all the way down to a 14 women's. So if you know women's sizes, that's a plus size. And then after a size 14, I then went to an 18 misses, a 16 misses, and now I'm 14 misses.
So good. Yes. Yes.
Yes. And you know, to you, Natalie, I want to say, I know that when you developed this, you never thought this was just a program. I know you never thought that. I know you knew you were making a difference for people's lives. But what I don't believe that you know or even embrace, and I don't think as mortals, it's easy for us to say this, but in so many ways, this program, it saves us. It saves women who begin to depreciate in our belief of self as we age. We depreciate in our belief of our beauty. We depreciate in our trust that we're sexy, that we're alive, that we can be seen, and that we can look in the mirror and like what reflects back to us. That depreciates over time. Total Body Thrive brings all of that back up if you allow it, if you lean in, and if you receive it. And so I am grateful because I came to you as a woman that was overweight but ultra successful, as a woman that was pain in her body, but yet I was still traveling all over the world. I was living my life in spite of, but today I feel deeply fulfilled. I feel beautiful. I feel healthy. I've allowed myself to receive great love because I'm not judging myself now. And I am just forever indebted to you with gratitude because of that. And so I'll be an infomercial for you if it saves one woman. Yeah. If one woman on this live stream goes, I can make a new decision for myself. I can be in Total Body Thrive. It is worth this moment because I say to her, I see you, I see myself in you, and I hope you see your future in the reality that I live today.
Oh, thank you, Allison. Thank you so much.
I love you. I love you, and I'm so grateful for you.
Now everybody needs to go follow. Clearly, we all love listening to Allison. Now she's got an eloquent way of speaking too. I can listen to her all day. Thank you so much, Allison. Okay, Dawn, I would love to bring you on. Another one of my favorites, Total Body Thrive. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you. Could you mind sharing your experience a little bit, where you were, where you are now, and then help some of the women are scared about taking a next step, if you could speak into that.
Absolutely. Well, first off, I came into this, I've heard of Natalie, watched a little bit, but never actually jumped on board to any of the programs or anything. But prior, I went through a period, I guess it's been almost 6 years ago now, I was diagnosed with adrenal fatigue. And I worked really hard on getting my diet change to be able to overcome that. And I did. And for 2.5 years, I did. But I really felt like I was missing out because there was a lot of foods I couldn't have. And I did it by sheer willpower. Well, then once it was all the markers gone from that, I suddenly found out that, oh, that means I can start eating what I want again. So I did. And with doing that, I, of course, gained weight and had the whole mental side of things come back, and, you know, the whole thing fell in. Well, then once we got into COVID and everything, and it just kind of kept exploding. I kept trying to do it on my own and just wasn't. So that's why I first came to Total Body Thrive. And so my thought was, well, I got through adrenal fatigue by really focusing on, I don't want to be put on medicine. That was the whole purpose of changing my diet. So I was like, well, it kind of comes into the same thing, because if I keep on the path I'm in now, then 10 years from now, my doctor's going to say you have no choice but to be on medicine. So I thought that would get me through. And it didn't. I struggled. But you know what? In our group, the coaches would ask questions, and they asked questions that really made you think, and that sometimes you didn't want to answer. But I challenge you guys that if you're doing it, dig deep and answer these questions, because they make a difference. Because I was able to learn that for me, something that is 5-10 years down the road was not as important as coming up with something that's a little bit closer in timeline. So I had to restructure everything. And you'll notice everybody said that they had to make a decision. And then Allison mentioned the vision. And I kind of had to put both of them together. You know, so I had my vision board, I made the decision, but then I realized I needed a board that actually showed all of my decisions. And I think once I made that connection, and then every day listening to the video that Natalie made us do of our visions, that's what really made it happen for me.
So
because
good,
every
Dawn.
morning I listen to it.
So what's so interesting, thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you for that share. What's so interesting, I want everyone listening right now to hear that not one person that came up to share right now, even though nutrition and workouts were our big part, not one person mentioned that. Isn't that interesting? So what have we been looking for and searching for always is like, what's the next plan? What's the next meal plan I need to follow? What's the next workout? That's not what Total Body Thrive is about. We have that, but that's ours last. That's what's different about this, because when you just do another book, another program, another download, that's not what makes the change that lasts. That's not what gets the lasting fat loss. It's this change. And everyone, you could interview countless women that have been through this before you, and they'll tell you that same thing. They learned to change their state through this process, and then everything became simpler. So, panel, if you could hang on for a minute, I might bring you back up in a minute, but I'm gonna speak into something else, and then I'm gonna bring you back up for question and answers, if that's okay with you. Okay. So what I want to ask everybody right now is, I had you at the beginning of the session write down what happens if down the road you don't make a change. We wrote that down. What happens in a year? What happens in 5 years? What happens in 10 years? But this is what I want you to know, and I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just giving you that hard reality, that if you don't nip this and fix it, the problem clearly will not get better. It will get worse, because we are getting older. We are. It eventually will be too late. I always say you're not too old, it's not too late. Eventually it will be. And you'll continue to find more people to validate your excuses, and that's easy to do. And you'll find more and more of those to do that. So Total Body Thrive, that's an answer for you. And what I'm going to ask you, what I'm going to tell you first is that if you don't trust yourself, I'm going to ask you to trust me. Because I know a lot of you right now think, I don't want to make another bad decision. I've made mistakes before. And I'm going to say, if you don't trust yourself, trust me on this. As I've been mentioning all week, I do something very special with this. I call it an action taker's guarantee, meaning you sign up for Total Body Thrive. You show up and do the work, meaning you're part of the group. you log into the membership site and you do the actual stuff that we take you through, the assignments that are all meant to help level you up, and you show up on the Zoom calls, if you don't get results, I don't deserve to get paid. So it's on me if that's the case, because I believe that much in what you're about to walk through. But I promise you on the other side, you're going to be like everybody I brought up to the panel. You'll be like Allison, and you'll say that was worth every penny and more. The reason I have people come back over and over again, Landa, Lisa have been back several times, is not because it didn't work. They come back for the community and for the next goal. They say, how do I bring this to the next level? How do I bring this to the next level? So what I'm going to promise you is it's not going to be easy, but it will be simple and fun. I promise you that. Okay. I used to say simple, easy, fun, but I'm like, it's not so easy. There's a little bit of the tweaking we got to do with you. So it's simple and fun. It's more simple than you can imagine. It will not be overwhelming. You've got all the support system that you're going to need. You also will get radical results. This is life-changing for you. Now, I have a huge track record of success with this. Like, quite honestly, you can Google my name. You will find all success stories around this. I don't have flops with this. I have a lot of success stories. If for those of you that are truly new to me, I have 2 best-selling books in stores. You don't become a published author in stores if you're not credible. So I just want to share that as well, if you're wondering. But it's the experience throughout this that's going to change your life. Okay. I do want to open up for a few questions, and I want to bring the panel back up because some of your questions might not just be for me. And if you want to ask the panel a question, if you want to ask someone who's been through it rather than me, I'm going to take those questions. And I'm going to take a few questions even from the Facebook group or VIP. And then when we wrap here, I'm also we'll stay on with the VIP here. So if you if you're part of VIP, or if you want to upgrade to VIP and be here. Also, if you're just joining now from the Facebook group, if you are not VIP and you're joining, we want to invite you in. So you can stay after so I can welcome you and you can ask additional questions here. But I'm going to go ahead and take some questions. And if I can have my team just put the link in the comments on Facebook and in Zoom, just so they know where to get Total Body Thrive, because I do want to say it goes on sale this weekend to everybody. So I'll be on social media talking about it. I'll be promoting it for the next week. Right now, today, it's discounted for all of you that did this workshop. And I have 100 discounted spots. And I believe we've already filled, at least before this call, we were at almost 30 that we had filled. So there were 70 of those spots left. And by the time this replay goes out, I'm sure it'll be filled because we've got 4,000 people registered in this workshop. So if you are thinking, I would do it now, you'll still be able to buy it next week. It's just going to be more because we saved 100 slots for this discounted promo pre-launch price, basically. But let's see. Any questions that we have? If you can help me, either Sophie, Liana, Rachel, if you see in the Facebook group any questions, and if we can also bring the panel back up to spotlight them so they can stay on for any questions as well, that would be amazing. I see Diana, so I can spotlight you. Let's see, add pin. Okay, Denise signed up today. Yay! Awesome. I love it. Okay, let's see. Let's take some questions. And Liana, Sophie, Rachel, if you see any questions you want to read out, you can do that as well, just so I know and I'm clear on what I'm asking, what I'm being asked for me or the panel about anything. Anything we've covered the last 3 days, anything about joining Total Body Thrive. All questions are open. Say. Everyone got very quiet. Kelly, hi, Kelly. Go ahead.
Okay, hi.
Hi.
My question is, I resonated with the gal, I cannot remember her name, but on the panel who talked about how she didn't see the scale moving. And
Yes.
that is definitely who I am. It's just like, I know how to eat. I'm super active. I feel like I do all of the right things, but the scale never budges. And I'm gonna cry, but it's like, I give up.
Okay, a few things. One, do not give up. And that was Lisa that said that. I'm
Okay,
gonna speak into it, but Lisa, do you mind? Lisa, can you speak into that for a minute with her?
Sure. Don't let that discourage you, first of all. In the beginning, when I first started, that would definitely have been a discourager for me, because we're so focused on the scale that we tend not to look outside of us. And when you do before and after pictures and you take measurements, like I get nervous stepping on the scale, because your body weight is going to fluctuate from 8 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, whether you drank some water or ate a meal or lifted some weights that day. It just goes up and down and up and down, and it can be so discouraging. And in one of the very first programs I worked with Natalie, the hardest thing I had to decide for myself was to kick that scale to the curb, because I lived on it. I was on it every day. And if it went up, I got discouraged. If it went down, I thought, oh, I can do something nice for myself, like eat ice cream.
Right.
So my advice to you is, if you follow the program the way it's played out, Natalie has, like she said, it's so easy. We make it hard. It's so easy. You just follow it. You eat the right foods, the right amounts, and you don't even really have to work out. If you're eating the right foods and the right amounts, that weight is going to get released before you know it, and you're gonna see it, and people are going to tell you that they see it.
Yeah. So we change the relationship with scale during Total Body Thrive, so you know it. And just to be clear, most people do lose a lot of weight during Total Body Thrive. So that's a unique situation here. So you might be a whole different situation, but just like Lisa said, she did lose fat and still gain muscle. She did do that. So just like I showed you all yesterday with the muscle versus fat, it affects things differently on the scale. But the goal, remember when we looked at our vision, the goal was never a number. The goal was, I want to feel a certain way, look a certain way, be a certain way, all of those things. We just attached a number to it. So weight loss is a side effect of it all that happens, but it's not the only thing we're tracking in Total Body Thrive.
Okay.
I hope that supports you. Yeah.
I think, yeah, it's supportive. And how do you, I guess my question is, how do we work through staying motivated when you feel like giving up? I mean, clearly that's going to be the biggest issue.
So day one of the workshop, did you do all day one of the workshop?
Yes, I did day one. I didn't get through two.
Yes. Okay. So day one and then day two at the beginning of it, we touched onto that, but we unpack all of that over a much longer process during Total Body Thrive. So if you're in Total Body Thrive, we are going to really dive in to that part so it sticks. Because I can tell you, Landa, Diana, Lisa, Dawn, their days of being motivated outweigh their days of not being motivated now. And when they all came in, it was the opposite. So just like Allison fought me every step of the way at the beginning, but now she's more motivated than me. I'm just going to be real. She's like, let's go. So that's what we tap into. So everything that we threw at you during this workshop, it's a lot of information, I know, but we're going to unpack that and give you all the tools to keep that going. And the best part, Kelly, is you get the whole support system, because we all are friends in there. It's like this whole community of women on this same mission. And it just levels things up, because you don't have others sucking you into, how you have to settle or not achieve this. And we all help you with that.
Okay.
So that's how.
I am totally in.
Yes. Can't wait to work with you. Yes. Thank you. I promise you. We're all going to be back in there too. You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see. Lisa, you have something to say there? Do you have
Yeah, I didn't want to just interrupt.
Oh,
just what you said about, Kelly, about accountability, that's one of the draws for me, is that, I may have been through dozens of these groups, but I keep coming back because it works. And I get so stoked every time we start a new program. And the weekly Zoom calls, like, you could be going downhill and all of a sudden you're going, this is I'm getting and all of a sudden you get a Zoom call and Natalie's beautiful smile is on there and she's motivating you and everybody's cheering you on. That's what keeps me coming back, because it doesn't get perfect. We don't make that decision and the rest of our lives are just perfect. We have hurdles thrown in front of us all the time. We always have decisions to make, and it's the decision that you make that guides you for the rest of your life. So it's great to have that support, that accountability, buddies, if you have a buddy, somebody to talk to. And I think that the best thing to do is to be able to get past, get that vulnerability, be able to be honest about how you're feeling, because somebody, probably all of us, have felt or are feeling the exact same way that you are.
Yeah, it's a great community, and we create rules in the community to help keep everyone in solution mode, which is really great, Kelly, because sometimes you get in a group and it can get negative real quick, like somebody's having a bad day and everyone. Yeah, so we really work on that with people. There is no negativity in our groups. It's like the most supportive group, because we teach everybody that if someone comes in with a problem, we're all solutions at them. Like everyone's focused on helping them. And so it's just such a lift up community. It really is. It's so enjoyable all of us on my team too, like it just being in that, it's so uplifting. Diana, yes, you have something to add to that? Hi.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you stay motivated, right? So one of the things is, the practices that I love the most is using your imagination and visualizing the person that you want to be and learning to feel that person. So how I stayed motivated was visualizing that person and then just going back to it. And then reminding myself that today I did this thing that got me closer. So I am making progress. I'm not going backward, I'm going forward. And like really telling myself, good job, great job. You got up and exercised this morning. Even if you had to cut your workout short, you got up and journaled. Even if you spent 10 minutes on it when you really wanted to spend 20. I just didn't let my mind go there. I just kept moving forward.
I love that. And I definitely feel like that is the missing piece in anything that I've ever done.
Yes, Kelly, you're going to have that here. We're so vision focused in here. It's so fun. I promise you, like everyone changes with this, because this is where we live, is in the vision and the forward thinking and not being our circumstances.
Okay.
I'm so excited to work with you.
Can't wait to work with you all.
Yes. Let's see more questions. And Liana, Sophie, interrupt me if there's any from Facebook group that I need to answer too.
I'm already proud of the person that you're going to become, Kelly.
Yes. Which, by the way, everyone watching right now, the second to last page on the worksheets for today says, I'm becoming the type of person who. So while it's fresh in your brains, write things that are resonating, because as we said on day one, that sometimes we can't resonate with I am beautiful, I am strong, but you say, I am becoming the type of person who, that lands for us. So write it down while you're here, feeling what you want for your future. I'm becoming the type of person who. And go ahead and you can put your hands up if you have more questions. I want to help. Hi, Kiva.
Hi. Couldn't get off on mute. Well, I don't really have a question. I just wanted to say that I had been on the fence about signing up. I had did the total body reset a long time ago in 2018. So I was kind of on the fence, and it's because I've been on my journey and I've continued on my journey, and I felt like I needed the accountability group where everybody, was still on the same page and doing the same thing. Because you get lost a lot when you're just kind of all by yourself, and just having the accountability is great. And I want to continue that. And that's kind of why I signed up, and I'm excited about it. And,
I saw that earlier today, Kiva. We were excited.
Yeah, so I just want to continue and keep my mindset where it is. I'm doing well where I'm at, but I just need that, and I just need the help and to continue on with the journey, because it is a journey. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and it's something I definitely like, and I love to show up. But having the accountability is definitely what everybody misses when they're on their journey. They need it.
So good.
So I just
so
want to say
good.
that.
So I'm going to tell everyone on here, really, this is not about saying yes to me. This is not about yes to spending money. That's not what this is about. This is yes to your life. This is yes to your health. If you keep depending on the same actions you've been depending on, nothing is going to change. So you have a chance right now to draw this line in the sand and take a leap forward and change everything for yourself. We said earlier that your thoughts, actions, and habits are what change things. And this is an opportunity to do that. And as I said earlier, you could take everything you learned in the workshop this week and you could do it on your own. But get real with yourself and ask yourself if you will. Or you can join us and be part of a community where we hold you accountable and you get those guaranteed radical results. So I know as we've been talking, a bunch of registrations have come in. So congratulations to all of you that are doing that. I'm going to encourage you, like I said, as soon as those 100 first pre-registrations are full, the price does go up. So grab those. When we start sharing it publicly this weekend and out there, it is more. So right now you do get that discount on that. Let's see, final question. Any questions from Facebook before I leave that one right there, Liana, that I'm missing, or have we covered most things?
I don't have any questions from Facebook.
Okay,
right now.
Awesome. Okay, all right. Facebook, I'm going to sign off there. VIP, stay on with me. Facebook, if you have any more questions, go ahead and ask us over there. We'll help you. But thanks for spending this week with us. On that last page of the workshop before you go, Facebook, make sure you write, I'm calling everyone Facebook, but if you're in the Facebook group in general admissions, that you've decided today that what, make sure you write that down, fill that out, so you remember what it is that you're deciding today. And I wish you so much luck, and I hope to see you in Total Body Thrive coming soon. Bye. Everyone on VIP, stay on. Let's see.